Have you ever met someone who always smiles, no matter what's happening in their life? They laugh easily, they comfort others, and they always seem fine, almost too fine. But behind that calm smile, there's often a quiet storm. It's not fake, it's not weakness. Psychologists say this kind of behavior hides a complex emotional world, one that's filled with strength, fear, empathy, and deep emotional control. Let's decode the psychology of people who smile even when they're broken inside. 1. They use smiles as emotional armor. When life gets heavy, some people don't break. They build walls made of warmth. That smile you see, it's not always joy, it's protection. Psychologists call it emotional masking, a coping mechanism where people hide their pain behind socially acceptable expressions. By smiling, they maintain control over how others see them. It's not about pretending, it's about survival. They know that showing pain often leads to pity, judgment, or uncomfortable attention. So they smile, not to deceive, but to stay strong. 2. They have high emotional intelligence. People who smile through pain usually have an extraordinary ability to regulate emotions, both theirs and others. Research in emotional intelligence suggests that these individuals read situations deeply. They sense tension, sadness, and discomfort around them, and instinctively choose calmness over chaos. Their smile becomes a silent message. It's okay, I've got this. But in reality, that composure often costs them their emotional energy. They carry everyone's peace while silently sacrificing their own. 3. They fear being a burden. Deep down, many of them feel that sharing their pain will make others uncomfortable, so they hide it. Psychologists call this self-silencing, when people suppress their emotions to protect relationships. They think, everyone has their own problems, mine don't matter. This belief is born from empathy, not ego. They don't want to add weight to anyone's shoulders, so they laugh a little louder, smile a little wider, and pretend a little harder just so others don't worry. 4. They've experienced emotional neglect or disappointment. For some, this habit starts early. Maybe they grew up in homes where expressing pain was ignored or punished. Maybe every time they showed sadness, they were told to be strong. Over time, they learned that silence keeps the peace and smiles keep people close. This creates what psychologists call learned emotional suppression. They stop expecting comfort from others, and instead they become their own source of calm. That's why even when they're falling apart inside, they still look composed on the outside. 5. They find meaning in being the light for others. There's also a beautiful side to it. People who smile through pain often find healing in helping others. They know what darkness feels like, so they become the light. When they make someone laugh, it gives them a sense of purpose. Psychologists call this altruistic coping, using kindness and humor to regain emotional balance. They can't always fix their own hearts, but they can make someone else's day better, and that gives them strength to go on. 6. They crave authentic connection, but rarely show vulnerability. Even though they appear cheerful, they often long for someone who truly sees them. Not the smile, not the act, but the truth beneath it. It takes a lot for them to open up because vulnerability feels risky. They've been misunderstood before, and once you've learned that pain, you become cautious with your truth. So if you ever meet someone like this, don't just believe the smile. Look into their eyes. That's where their real story hides. The people who smile when they're broken inside aren't liars. They're warriors. They've learned to turn pain into grace, sorrow into patience, and emptiness into empathy. They teach us that strength doesn't always look like tears or anger. Sometimes it looks like calm eyes and a gentle laugh. So the next time you meet someone who always seems happy, don't assume their life is perfect. Maybe they're the strongest person you know, the one holding the world together with nothing but a quiet smile. If you love understanding why people think and behave the way they do, hit subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't just scroll through people's lives, we decode their minds.